This is a scene where the father and the mother go inside a tunnel for the first time. The mortar wall is painted in red. This is a scene at the end. This is almost at the last scene. The family is coming back from the other world. Here, you see the same tunnel, but the stone figure has turned it into a mere boulder, and the wall is a stone wall that is covered by trees. They aren't exactly the same tunnels in the beginning and at the end. And suddenly, a tunnel shows up in front of them. And in front of the tunnel, there's something called sekijin, which is like a doll in a shape of a human. Those stone figures are typically excavated from ancient Japanese tombs in the northern part of Kyushu Prefecture, and you can tell that this sacred area has been developed quite a long time ago. So when the family wonders what this is and looks up above this red tunnel, you see unreadable letters. And there's some sort of a roof and a sign over here, but you can't read what it says. Although it actually says Abraya, there's an instruction on the storyboard that says make them unreadable. So what continues from here is a theme park with a hot spring facility that's built before the economic bubble burst. But there's no real hot spring. Because there's no spring source. Abreya in the movie boils regular water with a charcoal kiln instead of natural hot spring, so it's a fake spa, but they still claim that it's hot spring village. So the parents enter the tunnel, the father seems unalerted and says, "Oh, it's just made of mortar. This building is pretty new." He talks like he knows what this place really is, but that's because he works in an architecture industry. That's how he knows so much about the architecture. So he doesn't care, but a strong wind blows from behind them, and they blow together and enter into the tunnel. That gives Chihiro a bad feeling, so she refuses strongly to go inside the building. She says, "I'm not going." Only the father and the mother go in. But when Chihiro glances at the stone figure, it's actually kind of hard to tell, but the camera zooms into the stone figure extremely slowly. You may notice it more easily if you look at the edge. The lens is closer to the subject in this picture compared to this one. The background flows outward. It's so subtle, but the scene is so carefully depicted with such a slow tracking shot where the camera gets closer to the figure. Chihiro's mind is captivated by it, and she's having a bad feeling. This is only a 2-second cut, so you can't really tell what's going on. Chihiro has a bad feeling, but still she ends up going inside. This is a scene where the father and the mother go inside a tunnel for the first time. The mortar wall is painted in red. This is a scene at the end. This is almost at the last scene. The family is coming back from the other world. Here, you see the same tunnel, but the stone figure has turned it into a mere boulder, and the wall is a stone wall that is covered by trees. They aren't exactly the same tunnels in the beginning and at the end. So before they enter the tunnel, they're already being tricked. They have already entered the other world. So the mysterious world doesn't start when they come out of the tunnel, but before they enter it. Then when exactly do they cross the boundary line? Well, it's probably right when they pass by the small stone shrines that they enter the world of gods.